Hello, welcome back. The weather over the last few days has been absolutely glorious. So much so that the cats have decided to move out and they're spending all day in the garden. What are they up to? So I bought this printer the other week and I still haven't been able to connect it to my computer. And I'm usually quite good when it comes to technology, but this one has baffled me. It just feels odd doing work downstairs. So what I've decided to do is to move this desk upstairs because it just feels bizarre. This room feels that it should more be it should be about a comfy room, someone to come and just relax away from technology. So that's what I'm going to do. But am I going to do it today though? Because that's quite a heavy beast. I picked up this box last week. I can't remember where I bought it. I had time for tea put on the side, and I thought it could be used as a sort of tea tray. Right, am I going to do this today? It is a very hot day. I went down to the homestead yesterday, and the temperature was just too wild for me. This is the temperature in the shed. It is nearly hitting 38 degrees. I've just remembered the reason why I came upstairs was because I was going to get dressed. One of the problems with being self-employed and you work from home is that it's very easy to switch the computer on and start doing work, and then you realise it's 2 o'clock and you haven't got dressed. So today I'm forcing myself to get dressed. I think today is the last day of the good weather. Thunderstorms are due tomorrow, so I should take advantage of the weather and do a bit of washing. Hello. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. I planted some herbs here the other day, those pots that I had. Just threw them in the bed. This is a bit of mint. I know that will spread, but I'm fine with that. The washing powder I've been using over the last few months is from Wales, but I don't know how would you say that? Aloe vera. But every time I use it, I keep forgetting which hole it needs to slot into. So what I tend to do is, I switch it on, and I see which one does the water come out of. And then I tend to put it into that slot. Come on then. You watch now. It'll start to rain. If you want to try some of this, it's good old-fashioned laundry powder, fragrance free, and made with just 100% coconut oil soap. Natural minerals and water softener. I'll put a link to it in the description below. I recently bought this whiteboard because I'm finding there's so much stuff to do. So I can put something on there like make tea. And then when I've made the tea, so these are a few things I want to be getting on with over the next few days. But today I'm not doing any of them. I don't think so anyway. Am I going to move that desk today, or am I just going to leave it? Let's think about it over a cup of tea. Now, if I can't get this fixed today, then I'm going to give up and send it back. Is that a sign of age? When you get to the point where you can't work out technology? Last night it got so hot in the bedroom, I brought the fan up. Problem is, even on the lowest setting, it's quite violent. It's just a bit too strong. It kept me awake. So what I may do is move this one into the office, and the one in the office, which appears to be a lot more gentler, I'll bring in here. Although I guarantee I'm doing all this and it's just going to rain tomorrow. I just know it. I've also ordered curtains, the William Morris curtains. I've ordered curtains for the front of the house and the blind for the kitchen. I've also ordered a new bedspread. I might actually put that through the wash today. How often do you do your bedspread? Last time I did it was about 2 weeks ago. I do have two, but I'm going to get a dark green one to at least try and attempt to match it to the curtains. So this is the one in the office. It's got a nice and gentle blow. Right, let's just take it slow and steady this time. We must set up the printer to work with this computer. Okay. Right, Wi-Fi, that's what I want to do. That's the whole point of buying a wireless printer. Ah, right. Okay, that's a bit of movement. Let's take a screenshot of that. Right, don't say that it's actually done. Ah, right. There's something there. It does appear on the list. So maybe now it's actually going to get printed. Finally working after a week. Nice quality paper as well I'm using. I can also scan with it. I have a few old pictures I want to scan, so I might do them later in the week. Oh, why is it stopped? Oh, don't say I've run out of ink already. Right, so let us put on there, set up printer, and that's working, so we can tick that off. So something's been ticked on the list, even though it's only just been put on the list. Aye. Seems to be getting worse. Anyway. Time for breakfast, I think. I might just wash my face again. Maybe that'll help. So there we go. That's what it looks like with the desk gone. I don't know about the cupboard on the right, the bookshelf, whether I'm going to take this up as well. But I've just thought it's rather a good move that I've taken it upstairs, because all my computer leads and everything can go in here. Because I'd rather the computer be upstairs than down. So I still need to bring up the rest of the drawers. But I quite like it there. Plenty of space now on the top for me to have my hard drives. These are all the hard drives over 15 years of doing YouTube. That is my history there.
all contained within those 5. And this is my John Boy light. Just turn it on, turn it off. It's gorgeous. How's my washing doing? You know what? I think it's already dry. I'll leave it out there for the rest of the day though, just to be on the safe side. And I've decided that this cupboard I'm going to use as a pantry. I have so much that I need to store, so it's like all these dandelion tea bags that I bought, and all this Yorkshire tea. And also, do you remember we had the saga of me ordering green tea, and they only sent, what was it, 238 or 228, and I ordered 250. So all I wanted was the difference of what I'd paid for. But what they actually did was send me another box of 250. So now I have loads. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. That is a picture of one of the streets that I used to live in London, when they'd only built the right hand side of the street. So up on the left here, they're now full of houses. I might send this to the library in Lewisham, because there's no point it being in Wales. History should remain in the area where it was created. That's what I think. Now that I've taken that desk upstairs, do you know what? There is now space for that chaise lounge if I'd bought it. But too late now, it's gone. Hopefully I'll see another one in a few weeks. You do know there will be one point, hopefully very soon, where the house will be finished and there'll be no more buy-in, there'll be no more rearranging, everything will be done. And what will we do then? A few days ago, this turned up. These are potatoes, but they're not potatoes for eating. Well, not just yet. These are special seed potatoes. I'll be planting these in the garden in the next few days, and they will be ready for harvesting at Christmas time. And the variety is called Celebration. I've never grown this one before, but apparently it is a nice red potato. So we look forward to that for the Christmas table. Amber is chilling out in the bathroom because I think it's got a bit too hot even for her. You know what? I've only just realised it is the last day of July. So there you go. The clock is now wound up for another, what is it, 29 days. Now this box came into my possession the other day in order for me to borrow it in order to scan them into the computer. And I must say, the smell of an old box is glorious. And I thought I would show you, especially if you are from the area. So this is from February the 3rd, 1928. And this was created when the local mountain was being built. So it tells the story of how it was built and the men behind it. But what is interesting to me are the pictures. So they're all pictures of them cutting out the road. And look at that. They used an old track. There you go. That's a good one there. So that's the old track, and that's the shack that the people used to live in. So this is going over to the Nantamoyle Valley. This is now quite a famous turn in the road. Interesting to see that it's like a full circle, whereas this part of the circle has now gone. And that's when they made the road a bit smoother, but they still kept the track until the very end. Going through the rocks there with dynamite. Look at this one. So this is going down to, what did I just say? To Nantamoyle. Cutting through the rocks, so a very early picture. And then this is the other side of the mountain, going down to Blaengwynfi, which is a place I've taken you in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan these in so that they can be saved in case anything ever happens to this book. And that is the quarry that they built from out of the stone. But what is of interest to locals is because this bit here, so that is the road going down, but it says at the bottom that this piece of wood here is where a new road would have been built to have linked this road up with the Ricos Mountain Road, which is something that they never did, probably because of the cost. But now that the Ricos is closed for 6 months, it would have come in very handy. Look at them. I doubt they went to work in those clothes. Must have had a special day. Put your suits on, lads, the photographer's coming. Now this next book is so much of a rare find that I've been asked to put on a pair of gloves. Because what this is, it is a map of all the railway lines in South Wales leading up to the Rhondda Tunnel, which is the one that I'm involved with. Let me see if I can find the Rhondda Tunnel. Right, so this is it. This is the, what's the word? Not design, but this is the layout of the tunnel as it goes through the mountain. So this is Blaengwynfi Station, which is over in the other valley, which we've been to. And then if I turn these over, this is the tunnel itself, dated 1889. And then from here we come out into Blaencwm. So there is Blaencwm there. And this is what they want to open up. They want to open up this tunnel. It even tells you where the lamp room was. And look at that, it's a few of the old streets from 1885 September. So this is going through Blaencwm and then going down to Blaenrhondda train station. And then from there, now I haven't actually had time to have a good look at this. And then from there, it goes down to Treherbert station. So this must have been the, well it is, because it says the Swansea and Rhondda Bay. And this is one of the tasks. I'm going to scan this into the computer. But that is a marvellous piece of history to have. Look at this. Just the main street is there. None of the, all this now is full of side streets. And this is what the area was like back in 1889. Well, it's a beautiful evening tonight. I thought I'd take a walk down to the homestead before the gnats start biting. It's just gone 8 o'clock. Apparently we had the northern lights again last night, but I was in bed by 9 o'clock, so I missed them. So it's 8:15 and the temperature has dropped to about 29 degrees. After such a hot day, it's lovely to be here. It's nice and cool. But I've already learned from experience, the gnats will start biting from 8:30. So I'm not staying long. I just want to put my potatoes in the shed so that they're here. I think I'll probably put them just beyond the leaks. Oh, I forgot I left the window open. Close that now. I should have brought some milk down with me. I could have had at least a cup of tea down here. But anyway, put them there so that they're there for my next visit, which hopefully will be in a few days. I can already feel the gnats are starting to bite. Although I do have, where is it? And this did work the last time. A spray. Do you recognise that? It does work. Makes your skin pong a bit, but oh, my dinner is repeating. I've already got access to a strimmer, so before I do any work on that greenhouse, I will have to strim. Look how beautiful the leeks look, just by the cold frame there. And I'm using some of these corrugated iron sheets as a bit of a pathway for the time being. I would say the majority of the plants are now in the ground, growing away nicely. I've got this door here because I'm thinking of putting my own doorway in that section of the wall. That is another plan that I want to do. Plus I need to come down. Right, I'm going to try and come down tomorrow because I can already see the roses need to be dead-headed. Right, okay. That is a task for the next visit. I use some of the corrugated iron to put down where the path is going to be. So at least it will keep the weeds down. So there it would be, right in the middle. I thought that was a gnat then, but it's a weed. Next time I come down, if it's not too hot, I might do a bit of weeding. I don't really believe in getting rid of all the weeds, but what I will do is I will weed around the plants that I've already put in so they don't have any competition. But going into August, won't be long now and we'll be putting in our onions ready for next year. Next year. In fact, talking about next year, I'll have to start thinking about daffodils. Where are the daffodils going to go? Because the ones I've got for the house are going to stay there. So I might get some more and just put, you know, a group of 5 and some tulips as well. So maybe when I go home, I'll have a look on the old interwebs and see what's available. Right, I'm just going to sit here now and enjoy the peace and quiet before I get bitten to death. So I will catch up with you in the next video, whenever that may be. So from me until then, bye for now.